Welcome back to File Under Fire, a wrestling review podcast. My name is Brady. I am your host. Joined with me, as always, is Dom
What's up?
and
Hi.
Bobby
Hi.
and our very special guest, the man with the case. It is Ethan.
Hello. I'm so happy to be back on this wonderful, beautiful podcast.
Ethan,
And
what episode were you on? I should have looked this up fucking beforehand.
It was
the
early.
yarding episode.
It was early. It was the backyard.
Yeah, it was the yarding episode, so it was like maybe 5 episodes or 6 episodes in.
Probably.
All I know is it was very, very early on, and I remember being like, "Do we even want to bring guests on this quick?" But you guys had just started the blog, and I was like, "Yeah, this is the move." The famous Yard Subject to Change blog. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about almost professional wrestlers. We're here to talk about one of the most professional wrestlers. Ethan,
Yes.
teach us how to Duggan.
I didn't think he was really going to do it.
Nice.
What do you mean? Do you think I wasn't going to use teach us how to Duggan? That is brilliant, okay? That is top tier.
It is.
Aubeheimer.
That was straight from Aubie. He just didn't want to say it. Anyway,
I thought it was an intrusive thought, but you
tell us about Jim Duggan and why you like him so much.
Alright, so Jim Duggan, he is an interesting wrestler. A lot of people really just kind of deride him and his case for his work in WWE. There are some people who really, really love what he did in Mid-South, but won't really give him a shot because they value longevity over anything. But I want to say to those people, fuck you, look at the stuff he did in 1985. I value peaks so heavily when it comes to my favorite wrestlers, and I don't know if there's a peak that makes me smile quite as hard or quite as frequently as Jim Duggan in the mid-'80s and Mid-South. He was booked so unbelievably well and performed his role better than almost anybody I can imagine. He is like the quintessential male pro wrestler, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Every man has at one point or another in their life wanted to look like Jim Duggan or gone to extreme lengths to look like Jim Duggan. He just looks so... He oozes charisma and masculinity through every single pore of his body. And it's so fitting with the character that he has established with himself as just this hard-working everyman that kind of got uber played up to the point where he was carrying a fucking 2x4 in WWE or WWF. And it's like...
WCW.
Yes,
Yeah.
and WCW.
and everywhere after.
It is still...
And everywhere after ever, yeah.
It's
Do you
so
think he
funny to me
flies-
that they were like,
Do you think he
okay,
flies with a
how...
2x4?
No, he doesn't just fly with a 2x4, he flies with small pieces of 2x4s that he signs.
See, that makes sense. But also, checking that bag must cost $1 bajillion.
He's smiling the whole way through, man. There's nothing
Mhm.
more wholesome in this world than
That's
the
a-
Jim Duggan Facebook account.
That dude is like just seems like the nicest, just well-adjusted old man ever.
He has like an age-appropriate wife that he's
Mhm.
always like big upping.
He's
Like,
been with her since like 1985.
Yeah.
She's the woman who he hands flowers to in that angle all the way back then.
It's like the anti-Flair social media account. It's like
Literally.
the exact opposite.
yeah, he is the opposite of Flair in personality only. I think wrestling.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it.
Maybe wrestling wise, he's opposite Flair a little bit too.
I think one thing
I don't
that
know. I think they have some similarities, but I'll let Ethan continue because I am so stoked to talk about every single one of these.
one thing that I just think is hilarious about Hacksaw Jim Duggan's presentation is the fucking 2x4. His nickname is Hacksaw. how bad of a fumble do you have? Like, I understand the WWE not wanting to be like, oh, we don't want to have him with a dangerous weapon. We're trying to appeal to the children. But then give him a hammer or something to make him look working class. But then you don't want him to be like the Bob the Builder wrestler. But if you're giving him such like an insane gimmick, just go all the way there. But I guess a 2x4 is a better weapon than a hammer. I would have liked to see him hit Andre the Giant with a hammer though. Like a gigantic mallet.
Well, the 2x4 is good. 2x4 is good because he can hold it in one hand and kind of rest it on his shoulder and carry the flag.
It's like kendo.
Yes.
Do the thumbs up and stuff. It's not restricting his boundless energy.
Definitely boundless energy.
I also think one of the most important things about Duggan's case to me in particular is the way he moves. I don't know of a wrestler who looks so uncoordinated in their coordination as Duggan, because every single thing he does, it doesn't look spontaneous or planned. It just looks like a guy kind of exploding sometimes. Like we'll get into it more when we get into the matches, but sometimes his bumping can be a little extreme for a guy of his stature, which I really appreciate. He goes kind of over the top sometimes. He's such an oddly expressive wrestler. He kind of walks like he has a 2x4 shoved in his ass sometimes, which I appreciate.
I loved that he's already this early on doing like the proto goofy stuff with the thumbs up and he's not doing the ho, but he's doing a lot of like appealing to the crowd in ways that he's just going to turn up just a little bit.
Like he's got his hands all the way up by his pecs, at his arms or at his sides.
Dude,
he's so good at leaning into the goofiness. Yeah, Dom, I thought you could relate.
Yeah, I thought
no, he looks like you, dude.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe.
If you caveman maxed for a few months,
I was thinking about it. I was like, if I like let my hair grow out,
Jim Duggan.
If I let my hair grow out and didn't like push it behind my ears, I'm kind of just Jim Duggan. Like it's
that's something because he looks like a gorilla in these matches.
Listen, I can't look that crazy. I can't look as caveman as him.
Lucha mini Jim Duggan. Mini Jim Duggan.
He is very animalic. Yeah, you will be mini Jim Duggan.
There's the picture. It will definitely be on the thumbnail of him just like bloody faced in this first match. Like you can't match that for sure. Do you want to get into this first match here?
Yes, but before we do, I just want to give a little bit of a preamble. So, in the mid '80s, I think in '82-ish, Duggan and DiBiase were working together. Duggan wasn't necessarily DiBiase's heavy. They were kind of I don't remember the name of the faction, but they were working together at some point in Mid-South. They had a big falling out, and then they had a really good... Yes, they were the Rat Pack. They had a really... with Matt Bourne, I think. And they had a really, really good tape fist match in 1984, which I almost added to the docket too. I know friend of the podcast, Jom, thinks that match is better than this caged match, but I cannot agree with him in the slightest because the build-up is so fun. I would say it's a... Yeah.
And this is
They were feuding for the TV in the months leading up to this match is so unbelievably just like classic American populist shit. I would say it's one of Mid-South's more famous angles, where DiBiase sees that Duggan gets gifted a pair of cufflinks for winning Wrestler of the Year, and believes that a man of such low class should never be gifted something so beautiful and elegant, and then goes on this whole spiel for weeks and weeks, until Duggan challenges him to a best dress contest. Duggan wearing the white suit that he wears in this match, DiBiase wearing a classic black tuxedo. I think he compares DiBiase winning the cuffs to taking a wino to the Met, which is one of my favorite little lines. And obviously, Duggan blows the roof off with his all-white tux, and DiBiase just molds and seethes. He asks for a recount, gets his recount, loses even harder. And then they set up this beautiful, beautiful match. And it is, I would say it's it's definitely one of my favorite matches of all time. But it is a stipulation on a stipulation on a stipulation. So
Dude,
many hats.
The double stipulation was crazy to me. It is Ted DiBiase versus Jim Duggan from Houston, 3/22/85.
Double stipulation?
It is a cage match, which, by the way, I don't know if I've ever seen this short of a cage ever.
Well, it's not an escape the cage, so
no, I get that.
It just needs
but
to
it's
be
like,
there to throw people's brains.
It's just weird seeing like a cage that is only like as tall as them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To keep Skandar out and to keep them in.
And then there is a coal miner's glove on a pole, which, you know, they
fight. You're forgetting a few other stipulations there. There's the coal miner's glove on a pole. There is the cage. It is also a best dressed match or a best attire match, so they're both wearing suits, obviously.
W suits, tongue.
I think the most important thing is that this is also a loser leaves town for 30 days match. So this is that's no titles on the line, but the real stipulation is if you lose, na hey, goodbye.
And
for 30 days, for only 1 month.
Pointing out at this point, they're doing this around the loop. I know on Cage Match they have the Superdome version, but DiBiase has said they did it like in every Mid-South town. This match.
I mean,
I can only imagine that it's... Yeah. It is so easily marketable. Like, all the stipulations market themselves. The match is just the biggest thing that you could imagine at the time. And the way it's presented is just so fun. DiBiase's on the outside, like, pacing around the ring, waiting for Duggan to finally get his mitts on him. And yeah, I don't exactly know what to say about this match besides it is so good. So good.
I think it's the perfect version of a blow-off brawl gimmick match. Like to like every second of it. Everything is in the right place. These guys are like moving this crowd up and down unbelievably, but it's intuitive. It's not like planned move for move, which always makes it more like titillating. So they've done the exact perfect version of this type of match, like with magic.
It isn't planned move for move, but every single thing feels natural, and it feels like a culmination of what they've been building this whole time. DiBiase he's not just like cowardly in a traditional way. When he gets the upper hand, he can get like ridiculously nasty to get the crowd even more fired up and in his face.
He's like, and I like that. Go. Every time he gets an advantage, and every time is through chicanery. There's never a situation where he like one-on-one gets the better of Duggan, and they want to see him get his ass kicked so bad. But when he does duck and throw him into the post or avoid the splash and Duggan hits the post or whatever, he immediately sets on him and like beats his ass.
It's otherworldly. DiBiase is like in the the Kamala match, I think, doesn't have much urgency, and I'll talk about why I chose it later, but this is just so... I talk a lot about my favorite wrestling matches feeling like the guys are so unbelievably urgent because they hate each other. And here it feels like DiBiase isn't urgently trying to beat down Duggan because he hates him. He's urgently trying to beat him down because he's afraid of him. And like that viciousness comes
it's like
off
running away
as fear
almost.
so well.
And like you even kind of feel that running away thing too whenever like DiBiase goes for the glove. Like even though it's not an escape the cage, like the way he's climbing the turnbuckles and like up the ropes, like it feels like it's like, oh, he is running to get there so that way he can get out of this cage with Jim Duggan.
Yes, the cage.
Also, one thing that I appreciate about the construction, like you said, the cage is so low, but the coal miner's glove is so high.
Dude, I was impressed with
like
how Duggan got up that pole.
Got up the
and
pole?
down.
Yeah.
No problem.
He put some fucking pep in his step, big motherfucker.
Yeah, I think what you were saying, Brady, like whenever they are like on equal footing and face to face in the match, DiBiase is begging off, and whenever he has an advantage, he is all in. I mean, the way he's doing those fist drops. Everybody knows DiBiase fist drop. Like he is just snapping them off in succession. Like everything he can do to hit Jim Duggan in the head as many times as he can before he gets back up.
And like
another moment just like that. Sorry, but I'm just
ahead.
thinking about this as I reminisce on the match. Another moment just like that is perfect is when DiBiase finally gets Duggan's shirt over his head and just keeps nailing him with punches, and you see you see the shirt like slowly getting redder and redder around Duggan's face.
Jim Duggan bloody as hell, and that was the point I was gonna make.
Almost immediately when his head gets slammed in it, and for the rest of the match, he is bleeding buckets.
And like DiBiase gets cut open too, you know, like he gets color, but it is nothing compared to what Jim Duggan looks like this whole match.
DiBiase gets more of Duggan's blood on him than he gets his own.
Yeah, true. It's like it's kind of like the Shocker Niebla match from last week.
Yeah. And I know we're doing Duggan, but I just want to point out on DiBiase how wild it is that his reputation is like, I know this is a meaningless designation, but like a great technical wrestler, when by far the best DiBiase stuff is brawls. He is an all-time brawler.
Yeah, DiBiase is like, you don't really expect it from a guy who, if you're my age, you immediately associate him with the $1 Million Dream and like kicking the basketball away from the kid. Those are the two things that the WWE DVDs have ingrained into my brain. So you would never expect him to be, like the unbelievable brawler he is, especially at this time. He is so good, specifically at cocking back for a punch right to the head. There's something about the way.
I mean, like,
he fucking fires him like a gun.
Like you're saying with the WWE-ish thing, like a WWE-ism of things, like I don't even think of him as much of a wrestler, if that makes sense. Like he's more of this.
No, I totally get it.
Character. Whereas, like,
he's like the backdrop for WrestleMania 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like the $1 Million title, like you said, and like
yeah.
The 12-inch thick title.
Another thing we've gushed about, like the way this flows and plays out, and how they're a theme with all three of these. How Duggan is like playing the crowd like a fiddle, but it should not go unsaid that like the punches are as like meaty as you could possibly get. Like this is one of the best 80s punching matches, if that tells you anything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
it
that
has
comes
probably
to me,
my
like,
favorite.
Plant
I
shit
was just
right
gonna
on the
say that's like
forehead.
a lot of the offense is like
Mm-hmm.
just straight punches to the nose.
And for a match
Duggan,
like
like,
this, that's all punches, to have one standout punch that is like considered
Oh,
the best. I'd consider it the best punch I've ever seen in wrestling. Is a feat to behold.
it's just complete climax. It's like the perfect cap to everything before it. It's like they stuck the landing as good as you can. Like
mhm.
the anticipation, the punch itself, and
Really,
the way
the whole
DiBiase takes it is
the whole
immaculate.
build up too of like once Duggan gets the coal miner's glove, and then DiBiase throwing the the pocket sand in his
The
face.
powder, which is another
Mm-hmm.
sort of theme of the feud.
Mm-hmm.
We see that in
But
a later match, the Kamala match too.
yeah, that in the Kamala match as well. But yeah, like throwing the sand in his face or the powder in his face, and like stealing the glove back, but then still not being able to hit anything with the glove. Like
And the
that's
way Duggan gets the glove back is like, again, feral animal. He's just slamming his gloved hand into the top turnbuckle, I guess, to loosen it in some kind of way. But you think he's not thinking about that, and he rips it off of his hand.
How much do you think the glove, the cold glove, like hurts, like adds hurtness? How much do you think that much more hurts? Much more hurts.
In kayfabe, probably 500%,
Mm-hmm.
something I
and
want
that's
to
all that
add.
matters.
I want to add here, and I'll bring it back up later in the third match. But something that I thought was really neat from Duggan here that like I feel like it's just things I don't see anymore. And it's like things that I think a lot of people make jokes about of like Duggan has like this amazing ring awareness, which
Mm-hmm.
like and then in that sense, I mean like at the beginning of the match, you know, the referee pats down DiBiase, make sure he doesn't have any weapons in his suit. And then he wants him to do it to Duggan too, so Duggan's up against the ropes, he's patting him down, and he feels DiBiase coming for him, and he gets out of the way. He
Oh,
doesn't like
that
just
dude, that
take
is
the
a
hit.
theme. That is a part of Duggan.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
And it's just
It's
like
like
it's crazy to me that like no one like it's like wrestlers just like are apparently the dumbest people alive and like don't hear footsteps running behind them. And
Well,
like
he's real light on his feet.
and
it
like
makes him
Duggan
feel
just
more animalistic.
Yeah, it truly does. It adds to that. He's running 100% on like instinct and rage.
but like
We
And
see it in the next match, in the Cabal match.
mm-hmm.
He is single-mindedly enraged, but he's still able to fend off fucking Kamala.
Yeah.
and that match, not to like jump the gun on getting into it in case you guys have other thoughts about the DiBiase match, but like that match too, it's like it's not at all the same story as like what you have here in the cage match. Like it's similar, like you get the similar vibe and you get the understanding of why he's doing what he's doing, and it's got some funny weird gimmick in it. But excuse me, like he it's a it's not structured at all the same.
Well,
You
it's
know,
built
he
out of the same component parts, but it's played in a totally different way. And yeah, it plays out in a totally different way.
yeah, because he doesn't like Jim Duggan doesn't fear Ted DiBiase, but Jim
No.
Duggan does fear Kamala. Um, do you guys have any
One
other
thing
thoughts before we move on from this cage match?
That's one of the greatest matches ever.
I have one particular thought. This is an interactive moment with the listeners. If you go to the classic wrestling stuff upload and go to 10 minutes and 54 seconds into it, you will see one of my favorite cage bumps of all time, because DiBiase, just the way he looks with the suit tattered and torn, one sleeve ripped off of it, it just kind of looks like a scene you'd see in a Charlie Chaplin movie. He just
Oh, it's
stands there
perfect.
for
The way
like
it
a
rips
split
is
second,
perfect.
twirls around on the floor, and then it cuts to Duggan's There's just something so beautiful
Yep.
about the way.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I think this sounds better. I'll be honest.
I agree.
If you're listening to the pod and you're wondering how Ethan's microphone just changed audio quality from the beginning to then how he was talking to the back to now, I don't know.
We don't know.
It's because my beautiful, fantastic, amazing microphone decides to switch inputs occasionally on me because it detects the extra microphone sometimes and it doesn't detect the extra microphone sometimes.
This one
Beautiful
doesn't
perks
lag.
of
This
living
one's
with-
pretty good. I
Okay,
don't mind.
Yeah, I
Either
would
way.
probably roll with that. Yeah.
The mic quality is not indicative of the matches in which we're talking about. So
Entirely indicative of my ability to grapple with technology at any given moment.
Well, I thought you were going to say, Ethan, about the cage bump was the when Duggan like kind of consummates the comeback, the big punctuating move before the punches, he slams DiBiase's head off the cage, and everybody knows like the famous gif of him punching Buzz Sawyer and Buzz Sawyer like doing an impossible like bump through the ropes. DiBiase flies like the full distance of the ring off of that head slam, and it's incredible.
Gulp. Yep. I just chewed some water.
I'm just watching. I'm watching the clip of him like just getting everything ripped off.
And the build up to the punch is some of the most cathartic build up in wrestling history. You just see Duggan standing there, arms literally arms right next to his neck, just screaming his head off.
Yeah, he got
flexing like a fucking lunatic.
He gets
looks
some
like a
fucking
gorilla
hype, man.
in this match.
Yeah. The albino
We've said it
gorilla.
before, but there's nothing quite like the way that Duggan looks in this match.
Uh-huh.
No.
It's the way he's.
And then in the next match, he has some weird fucked up shit on his face.
Yeah, still don't know what
the
that
deal?
is.
We need to get to the bottom of what is on his face in the Kamala match.
Yeah,
he got fucked up.
I couldn't tell if it was eye paint. Like I was like, is he like channeling like his inner like Surfer Sting here, or is he like?
I thought he was trying to do the like psych out Kamala war paint, but it looks like it's only on one eye.
Yeah,
and
like no one else.
Illicitly, this is also Houston, so there's no commentary, which adds a lot, I think, to the beautiful bounty of Houston footage when you get it. Like you feel like
this is Jim Duggan versus Kamala from Houston 7/12/85. So staying in 1985 here, like Ethan was saying with the
and this is pretty much the feud he goes right into because he's still feuding with Skandar Akbar.
Mm-hmm.
I believe before this he got something thrown in his eye. When I was looking at the Houston TV before it, he got his eye pretty badly damaged by. It was Skandar Akbar. I think it was the cane.
The cane, yeah, the riding stick or whatever. Maybe so. It was makeup, but it was meant to look like a disgusting eye injury. So
it fucking worked. It looked disgusting.
Once again, we're all right.
Well, I got worked.
Also,
I love the announcements of this match at the very beginning. They say, "Don't throw anything in the Sam Houston Coliseum. You will be arrested."
Yes.
Get back to your seats.
That one guy, he was like waving the American flag in Kamala's face, pointing to his hat. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go back to your seats. The crowd is so hot. They hate Kamala so much. Kamala is so good, and he had the biggest balls ever. Shout out Kamala.
I'm so happy that you mentioned that, Abby. That was like, I'd never heard something like that where the announcer was threatening the people who were getting too fucking rowdy.
You will get arrested.
We will fucking lock you up.
I believe it though.
With
like
Kamala.
100%. But like, dude, they
the
were
way that he says those words, even he seems scared of the crowd. And the way I'd be scared to be in this crowd too if I was Skandor Akbar, honestly.
Well, hey, luckily Skandar Akbar not in the crowd. He is handcuffed to the middle rope, which is
That's why they didn't want anyone to throw anything.
this is the gimmick of the match, is that if Jim Duggan can get past Kamala, that Skandar Akbar is his. But you got to get past Kamala, and
Well, he takes that literally because he spends a lot of the first part of this match just like ignoring Kamala and trying to punch Skandar Akbar
immediately in the
again,
face.
It's so good. He's a wild animal. He's a gorilla man.
dude,
Shout out to Kazushi Sakuraba for uploading this with all the captions attached. It's especially funny at the end.
It's the real Kazushi Sakuraba.
Yeah.
He loves Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
My notes are basically just that it is like a long brawl. Like you said, Aubrey, it is kind of a lot of Jim Duggan trying to get to Akbar, and then Kamala like being like, "What are you doing? Like, I'm still here. Like, you have to beat me. Like, you're not laying hands on him."
Just in shock. He's like,
until it gets to the point where Kamala gets the stick, and I was like, okay, I guess that's legal. Like,
I think it was no DQ. It had to be because he was just wailing on him with the spear.
Yeah, like he is like
in incredibly fun ways. Again, shout out Kamala. What an awesome wrestler.
Using it in ways that
his big belly.
You would have never seen it used ever before, and probably ever again.
Well, that's the thing about him, man. He doesn't move like anybody else. Like,
no.
Obviously, this is a really fucking stupid gimmick. Obviously, that does not look great. But shout out Sugar Bear Harris, because he made the absolute most of that and was like, he's like Abby. Like, nobody moves or strikes or sells or bumps like Kamala.
And like, for what it's worth, like, he made a lot of money off of it. You know what I mean? Like, if I said Kamala to one of my like not tapped in friends, but they know wrestling, there's a good chance they know who Kamala is.
Older people for sure too.
Yeah, like, so it's like,
well, you got to be specific nowadays with the woke police out.
The woke police are out there.
But you're right, and he's a perfect opponent for Duggan, because they're
it's
like
brick wall versus
mirror
brick
world
wall
versions of each other.
Yeah. Unstoppable force versus unstoppable force.
Yeah, not even a movable
kind of why
object.
I chose this match, because it doesn't always flow together. Like, there are definitely moments where they're both just kind of standing there, but it makes Jim Duggan feel all the more animalic. That's kind of the reason that I chose these three matches, is because these are the matches where I feel like that I've seen where he feels the most wild, untamed, and just, I don't know, a very particular brand of masculinity. I call it caveman masculinity. He just looks...
That's on brand for him.
He looks like the second he stepped out of the arena, went outside into the middle of the road and just grabbed whatever animal he could find, and that was his dinner for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, he hunts deer with his bare hands, type of deal.
Exactly.
The caveman with bangs.
He doesn't have bangs yet. That's a 94.
I was not old yet.
I was thinking about that when I was watching that match. And I was like, what if I just went to the like great clips and was just like, can you just give me bangs?
Give me the
like
Duggan.
Yeah, give me
the 94 Hacksaw.
You'd be like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
I was just like I was just thinking about that, and I was just like laughing to myself of like, and then I like realized that that's like what all these like, all these fuckheads that get the modern mullet nowadays, like the
thing he looks like a white rapper on Facebook.
the thing that they're missing
That's a good way of putting
from
it.
their modern mullet is some fucked up looking bangs. And that would make it a real good goddamn mullet.
Yeah, Jim
Well, he looks like
Duggan
a damn,
in that match.
again, gorilla in this match, and the only thing that can stop him is
Gorilla.
Kareem.
Well, like hold on, because there's a lot in this middle of this match when like he finally like gets back up from Kamala like beating his ass with the stick, and like he's bouncing Kamala like a basketball, and then like he goes to go get Akbar, and like Kamala like grabs his legs, and he's like,
And
not.
Kamala's so desperate. He just keeps grabbing his legs anytime Duggan gets out. He is so devoted to Akbar. But Duggan, like,
Do not hurt him,
literally,
please.
Duggan gets like 2.5 seconds with Akbar anytime he gets his hands on him before the finish.
Yeah, I think he only
So
lands
good.
2 shots on him, like total. He gets one at the beginning and one at the end. And he's trying. That's his aim. He's like, anytime Kamala gets in his way, he beats his ass and goes straight for Akbar.
They get a double down, and that's when Kamala gets handed the powder. But then Duggan, like, he knows this trick already, so he like slaps it out of his hand, and it goes up in Kamala's face.
Kicks the
No,
shit
he
out of
doesn't
it.
slap it out of it. Yeah, he kicks it out of his hand.
Yeah.
With the precision of a rocket.
Yeah, mad fucking athletic. Hey, yeah.
New York.
He hits his goddamn like football lineup tackle, and just like
another
runs
bump that no one has ever taken like Kamala takes it here. It's so good.
And at this point, I
finish
wrote
is so good.
Skandor Akbar tremble in fear in my notes.
Yeah,
And like you said, he gets like one shot on him. They immediately call Kamala is like
he got counted out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you're out. Like it was the
I will
fastest
say
count out in history.
one thing about Duggan's finisher. I love it. Just the way he lines up and just charges at you. He's not trying to do anything with his arms, just like push you. You can tell he came from a football background, obviously with the 3-point stance and everything. But I just wish people would have finishers where they just run at a motherfucker nowadays. Why does it have to be a complicated sequence? Why can't you just bowl somebody over with your body?
Well, you see,
'Cause they're all
here's the
small.
problem. Here's the problem
That's
with that,
true.
Ethan. Is everyone, if they don't have some complicated sequence, they all want to do the clothesline from hell.
Oh, and
Which-
Duggan hits a really mean clothesline here too.
Not
Nothing
everyone
like he
can
does
do.
to in the last match. God damn.
No one. Everyone wants to either be JBL or Stan Hansen, and like do a fucking just a lariat your head off, and even more so because everybody on the indies can flip now and do flip bumps. So they want to. I'm even guilty of this. I want to see people flip bump off a lariat, like.
Okay, what do you think is worse, the propensity for lariats or the spear epidemic?
Well, the lariats are usually just good.
Yeah, no one can do good spears no more.
I'm a big fan of guys who use the pounce correctly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy in St. Louis Anarchy that uses the pounce beautifully. His name is Camaro Jackson. No, his name is Camaro Jackson. He's like, I mean, he is just like, he's maybe like 5'6", 5'7", but he's like, he's real thick.
He had a Mad Dog match, didn't he?
Maybe.
He did. I think he did.
But like he will hit people with the pounce, and they'll go through the ropes to the floor kind of bump.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you're just like, holy shit, this is the best fucking wrestler ever.
I will say the one person who I think does sort of do this, but I wish did more of this shit is Shane Taylor.
Yeah.
I just love. He has the hugest ass in the universe too.
Putting Nikita Lyons to shame.
Anytime I watch any of his matches, they should.
He does a big ass butt.
Tony Khan. How funny would that be if they did a Kamala gimmick on Ring of Honor?
Dude.
Twitter would be most insane.
What would Ian Riccaboni say about it on live camera?
What would Kevin Kelly say about it?
Oh no!
Fucking
You're
nothing
telling
fucking
me.
worth learning or hearing about.
You're telling me. No. Anyway, yeah, like you said, Kamala, like he gets counted out, but then he comes back in, and then who is it that comes in and like
Ray
starts?
Candy, Kareem Muhammad, one of the Zambui Express.
Mm-hmm.
Were they
He's
stabbing him with a
he was-
fucking hand with a fucking arrow?
Yeah, that was Kamal's spear, dude.
Fucking awesome. Looked like a scary ass fucking.
They like to kill him.
That shit was
And they
sick.
hit
It
their
looked.
finishers on him 14 times. Kamala
They
hit
were
14 splashes and Ray Candy hit 14 diving headbutts.
Those headbutts were so funny because he is so fat that the rest of his body lands like a good quarter of a second before his head does. So it like it jiggles the whole thing.
Boy,
and
nice
then
little rhythm.
once again, another thing that will be on the thumbnail is the title of like at the bottom with Hacksaw
Yeah.
Jim Duggan, the winner, over
He's played that guy.
Hacksaw's dead fucking body.
Yeah, they killed him.
One more thing
But
about
this was
Kamala
awesome.
is
This
I
is-
can't fucking imagine like the distance he got on those splashes is insane.
Yeah,
Unhuman.
He was really quick a couple times in this too, like surprisingly quick.
Mm-hmm.
Duggan too, although again not as much as the next match. He was shockingly quick a couple times in 1994. But if you're like a Heat fiend, if you just like to see like the hottest match and like again the crowd manipulated to like perfection, go watch this. It's a masterclass, and it's like
Yeah.
8 minutes long.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Moving on to the final match of the episode, jumping to WCW in 1994. It is Jim Duggan versus Vader from WCW
match crazy as fuck.
Starrcade,
That was a crazy ass
12/27/94. What do you remember about Starrcade in 1994, Avi? Were you watching? Were you tapped in? Or were you...
No, I fell off in like 91 and I didn't start watching again until Sting. But if I had been watching this, I would have been completely and utterly shocked because I've never seen anyone in any match ever completely dominate Vader the way Jim Duggan did here. He beat the piss out of Vader, and Vader like couldn't even get him back, dude. He beat his ass so bad by the end of the match. Vader was trying to punch him. They were like the weakest Vader punches in history.
It looked like they were throwing potatoes. They were throwing taters.
Dude,
Duggan was.
I wrote that down at one point in my notes that I was like, just two potato throwers throwing potatoes. Like it's just these are
But
the
the whole
guys.
match is shine, dude. He doesn't get
Yeah.
anything, and Vader has to get like eye rakes and trips from Harley Race because Jim Duggan is punching him as hard as he can, throwing forearms like he's never done before or since, clotheslining him through his face. This is the guy that beat Inoki in like 10 seconds, and Jim Duggan, he's like body slamming him. He's knee dropping him. He gets
He throws
nothing.
some of the hardest forearms I've seen at the beginning of the
They're
What's that shit called? The
crazy.
3-point clotheslines are pretty nuts.
He goes right through his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all face.
This match is I don't know. I know some of the audience definitely will, and I'm pretty sure Brady, based on what I know, you would. And Dom, have you guys watched Tear Zoo before?
Oh, I think I've heard of
This
that.
is a
Yeah,
Dom
yeah,
only thing. I don't know what all
yeah,
what you're talking about.
yeah. I have seen this. Mhm.
This is a guy who ranks animals based on, as if it's a video game, based on their competitive viability or like how strong they are compared to other animals in their class. And he did a whole video on grizzly bear versus gorilla, and this match is the physical embodiment of that.
Yeah. That is the most true thing you've said yet, I think. And that's saying something, because you've said a lot of true shit.
But Duggan in this match, man fucking possessed.
He's a monster. And worth noting that he looks as good as he has looked since that 85 Mid-South run. And he's the U.S. champion coming into this. He looks incredible. Like he's in crazy shape.
His
he
face
eats
looks
up
insane
Big
too.
Van Vader.
Yes.
Eats him up. If Vader even tries to like trade blows with him, and Duggan just like ignores his punches and punches him faster.
Yeah. He just pop.
It's
Dude,
crazy.
Just the
like
way the punches ricochet off of Vader's face, the way Vader's face in this whole match, you can tell he's not having a good time.
Yeah, he's like, I
But-
fucking hate this.
But he's calling the match.
yeah,
There's
Yeah, he's
multiple
calling
times
it.
where he like says something to Duggan, and then Duggan like just keeps beating his ass. I saw a shoot where he said he basically called Vader a bully, and he said that Terry Taylor told him before this match, like, knock off the goofy shit, which I'm sure he took to heart, because that's another thing about his GWE case. Like, the reason that he did what he did in the WWF was because he could make like really good money doing that, and it was like super over. But
Yeah.
in this match, when he's told like go back out there and turn it on, and he also knows, as he has said, that like you have to punch Vader in the face or he'll eat you up. Like he Paul Orndorffs him, except like as a work. But I guess it's not long after this when Paul Orndorff beats up Vader. But like he beats him up for the whole match until one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen.
Vader doesn't even really get his Vader clubs in, like barely, like very tame Vader clubs.
His biggest piece of offense is like the big belly splashes.
Yeah, Duggan just.
I
like all the
punches in
belly.
this are weak, dude. He's not.
I like all the belly stuff. I like when Vader is like, my belly. Oh.
yeah, because like
I will
Vader
say
tries to
I
get
haven't
the. Go ahead.
I haven't really done a great job of describing why I think Duggan should be on my on a GWE list or making the case, but I think just our reactions to his movements and actions are enough. I will say he's a very singular wrestler. He doesn't try to do anything out of his wheelhouse, but in that singularity, he is just one of one. There aren't very many people who look quite as animalistic or have the instinct that he does in this match when he's pulled away from Harley Race after he gets the pin on Vader. When Harley Race pulls him to the side and Vader he's pulling the ref to the side after Harley Race distracts the ref, and Vader tries to clothesline him. He ducks the Vader clothesline and just starts
that's what
beating
I was
his ass
thinking
some
about
more.
when Brady said that earlier. It's the same thing. He ducks the fucking clothesline, and he also like avoids the moonsault, and that's what I was talking about earlier. I don't think he was moving that quick in '85.
No.
He just like he was told like go be Jim Duggan in the opening match of Starrcade against Vader, and something activated in his brain.
It's like the sleeper
Oh, yep.
agent. Yeah, it was like whatever, like America, like bullshit. Like it was just like it wiped away, and he was just like maybe at some point like early on in the match, because like you said, they were throwing potatoes. Maybe like he had the idea of like Terry being like, oh yeah, go out there and bully the bully or whatever, and he's like, okay, whatever. And then like Vader fucking hits him with one, and he's just like, you know what? I will do that.
Dude, even his like the standing elbow drops he does are like worse than the one Vader gives to him. He does like a double axe handle to the chest, as hard as he can.
Vader does two, like you were talking about how weak his strikes were. The two Vader claps, those were the weakest fucking Vader claps in history.
Yeah, he like holds his head there like, wait, the guy.
And that's like the most Duggan sold the whole match. He beats the dog shit out of Vader until I guess he doesn't want to take the power bomb, but he takes. This looked way worse to me. It's like a wheelbarrow face plant thing. I'm sure it has a name. I'm sure somebody did it in CZW.
Vader did it in Vader did it in UWF against not Tatsuo Nakano, but the first guy he fucking squashed, or the second guy. Rather.
I wrote it down as just a face buster, but yeah, like I don't even know.
It's like the setup for what move is it like the setup for? It's kind of like the setup for
what's
like hook and ladder. It's a move Moxley used to do where he did like the double underhook, almost like a tiger driver, but then he plants you on his face. But Vader just picked him up into the like a wheelbarrow German suplex and just boom.
Fucking
Which
awesome
is even more
as
beast
fuck.
because he was like, I'm going to annihilate you and embarrass you for like 12 minutes, and then I'm still not going to take the power bomb.
Mm-hmm. Or the Vader bomb or the moonsault.
The move I was thinking of was the glam slam, like a Phoenix finisher.
Oh,
she
yeah.
But like that's kind of different because she kind of like she takes you up and just like holds your legs down. Like you know,
When
you just
he
take a front bump. Like he like
It's kind
Vader
of
like
like Austin
throws
Kong's
them
implant
down.
buster.
Yeah.
I like when he squished him with a Vader bomb, and then he gets up to do another one, and Duggan just gets up and kicks him in the balls as hard as he can twice
Mm-hmm.
in full view of the ref, and then just goes back to beating his ass. I'm telling you, you cannot find another match where Vader gets dominated like this. And he looked helpless to do anything about it.
And he just looked mad the whole time. Like I said, like I sent a screenshot to the chat because it kind of looked like I was like his eyes are like real like squinted, and I know like this is like post the whole not Terry Funk Stan Hansen thing, and so I was just like
Nah, brother, he's just ugly.
I was like, man, like is his eye like just like if I just never paid attention, like his eye just like permanently fucked up after Stan Hansen?
Mad
And
high.
like no, I think he's just like I think he's just pissed the whole time. Like I think his eyes are just like half closed because he's just mad.
It's
It could
honestly
also be because
awesome
of all
that
the beating he's taken at this.
it's
He's
kind of
taken at this
awesome.
point.
Yeah, I was just saying it's kind of awesome that a guy as big as Vader. It's awesome that all of his backstage fight stories are him are him losing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not long after this that, Paul Orndorff stomps him out in flip flops.
Yeah, and then
He
wasn't there the Stevie
quits in
Ray thing where
shame.
Stevie Ray was like, "I'll just fucking kill you backstage." I'll fucking Stevie Ray knocks him on his face, or Vader just tripped or something. I don't know. That was funny.
You think Will Ospreay could have beat him up?
That was
Nah,
such an
probably
awesome
not.
little thing that they had a match, and then Vader made himself win. Vader was like, "I'm winning." That's so awesome. Vader won. Vader won against Will Ospreay at like 60.
I forgot that was a real match.
Well, he said.
God
Well, he
damn it.
said that shit isn't wrestling or ever. Hey, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
One more thing about Duggan in this match.
Uh-huh.
Not just about his offense. He looks so much older in the face, but as you said, Abby, his body has not changed one fucking bit. It is uncanny how much older his face looks.
He does the thing that they fucked up in the Bubba match, like catching Vader and doing the power slam, like better than Big Bubba did, or the Boss. He catches him no problem.
Yeah.
And power slams him to hell.
And it's like a perfect like
fucking power slam.
Perfect power slam too, yeah.
This is so good. They have a great Saturday night match too.
Mm-hmm.
Duggan, I mean, Duggan is an all timer. Like I submitted my shit this morning, for GWE, and like I didn't have Duggan on there,
Big
and
Iron.
I don't feel like nothing against your case. I just don't know where I could fit him on my list at this point. But it's just like it does feel a little wrong because I'm just like, man, this guy is like he fucking rocks in like everything. I'm
with Ethan. I value peak. Like, were you, as he said, in 1985, Jim Duggan was like and that's crazy to say, 1985. Like, that's the Ricky Choshu All Japan year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's out there doing this. Like, I think I had him at like 89, something like that.
Yeah, you had him at 89.
And everybody knows the case against Jim Duggan, but like if you haven't watched the peak Jim Duggan, it's a revelation.
Another thing that I will say,
it happens for a lot of people who are like really into wrestling. They have that moment where they watch the Jim Duggan stuff and they're like, "Oh, that just changed my brain chemistry a little."
I think another thing that's really important to his case, for me at least, is that the peak wasn't necessarily ended because he wasn't good enough to keep going. Like you said, Avi, about the 94 Vader match, somebody told him to turn it the fuck on, and he turned it the fuck on. He decided to get a bag, and I can respect that, instead of like destroying your body every single week.
Yeah,
You want
and
to
now he's out there living
just-
life with the lovely Deborah, and I want to be his best friend.
He probably has great
And-
stories.
Dude, can you imagine how incredible it would be to just like get a case of beer and chill out on Jim Duggan's back porch?
He seems
Just
like
let
the
him tell
kind of
you
guy that
about-
like you meet him outside the gas station while he's getting his
I'd
morning
make him
coffee.
smoke ridiculously strong weed for no reason.
You
Oh,
like
he
meet
would
him
love
up.
it, dude.
You meet
He
him
would
outside
love
his
it.
gas station.
Famously.
Oh, I
getting
forgot.
coffee in
I
the morning.
forgot. Yeah, famously loves that shit.
That's another thing that put a kink in his career because
Mhm.
it bumped him from the top of the cards to the middle of the cards, and he just said, "Okay, I'll just be the insanely over cartoon guy in the middle of the card and make money." Man, he'd smoke a fat
He's-
hooter with you, bro.
Hell yeah. Just like, there's something about being able to turn it on when you need to, that like, you could have extended your prime by a certain amount of years, but you just, the weed thing and the bag were too tempting. But I think it's so it's such a fascinating case, because it's not like he fell off a cliff because his body deteriorated or anything. He's not, I don't know. I can't even think of a guy who would have that kind of case, but he's just a guy who, decided greener pastures were there, kind of like Ted DiBiase, where I think both of them will fall on similar-ish places on my list. But I think Duggan, there's just something about Duggan's presence that you don't really get ever again. Well, you get the masculinity, but there's something kind of raw about the way Duggan does it, and the way he turns up when he needs to turn up. It's the most invigorating wrestling that you can imagine.
And it's really fascinating if you've never watched the weekly Mid-South stuff to watch him come in as a heel, and he's good in that. But like when he finds himself as a babyface, it is like truly revelatory. And you see it in the matches, the way people react to everything he does.
He's one of the best at, like, if you value somebody's ability to manipulate the crowd, you should probably have Duggan somewhere on your list, because there are few American wrestlers that can just, like, even he was against some of the most dastardly of the dastardly here, but even against guys like who are more beloved, he'll still get a really sizable handful of the crowd. He got the crowd to chant USA at an American guy in Vader.
And I can say, like, anecdotally, of course, but like firsthand experience, I have vague memories of him from when I was young watching the Hulkamania stuff, although that wasn't, I was very young. But watching, not even this era, the U.S. Champ era, but after, I still considered him to be like, watching him on Saturday night or whatever, to be like a very credible guy. And he still was over to an insane degree. Like, he was beloved in WCW in that period. Even though,
For what it's worth,
like, by consensus, he was like, one of the worst wrestlers ever.
Wrong.
When I was a mark, I loved Jim Duggan. When I was getting into WCW, I loved Jim Duggan.
It's something, Aubie, me and you were talking about pre-pod about, like, you can put him into this pigeonhole of like, oh, he didn't do a whole lot and whatever, WWF, but it's like, being a greatest wrestler ever isn't all about like having this perfect technical prowess. Sometimes it
it's
is
also
like,
not what you did at like the very pinnacle.
yeah,
Like, there are
like,
guys whose WWE careers hindered their case, or guys whose WWE careers entirely make their case, because everything outside of WWE is kind of insanely masturbatory bullshit. Nobody in particular.
But to that point, like, yeah, like it
If I
is.
speak anymore, I'd be in big trouble.
But to
It
me, so
is.
that's like you look at my list, man. I have very few people past the date of when the job was to manipulate the crowd. That is the
Mhm.
art. That's the whole fucking art. To me,
And that's why
is
Duggan
the
is on the list.
con part. That's the
Yes.
beautiful part to watch. And he was a
Not only
master
not only the
for a
con
brief
part,
period.
but getting yourself stuck in that con is like the real beauty of it to me.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
there's just something magnetic about Duggan that you can say other wrestlers are just as magnetic as him, but there's something magnetic and you want to be him at the same time.
So
I want to
Ethan, I've been kind of doing this with all the guests because I don't know how listened up on the pod are you. But if you haven't been listening, we've started a thing called the CM Punk Award,
Yes.
in which we give an award to the person in one of the 3 matches that we think we could beat up the most. Obviously, the answer is not fucking Jim Duggan. All right, it's
No.
it's not
No.
not Jim Duggan at any point.
I think I would fuck Skandor Akbar up.
I was thinking about Skandor Akbar, right? I was.
Okay, hold on.
But
Sorry. I just need to make sure. We're talking about each of us individually beating this person up, right?
Yeah, one on
yeah,
one.
like if
Yeah.
if you stepped up to them in a fight, but it is as they appeared in the match. So like if you're gonna fight Vader, you're fighting 94 Vader.
Oh yeah, I'm fighting Vader any fucking day of the week out of any of these guys.
Because as we discussed, Vader famously a bitch.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I would be like,
Yeah, I
"What's
mean,
up,
if
bitch?"
Paul Orndorff beats you up, I don't know if that makes you a bitch.
Yeah, that's like you're a
He
bitch.
beat
You
him
getting
up in
beat up by
flip
Hercules.
flops.
Yeah, but if Hercules is wearing flip flops, it's still Hercules.
Yeah.
I think Hercules did wear
I
flip
don't.
flops
So
technically. But
That's
it's not
actually true.
Duggan. It can't be DiBiase because DiBiase is like deceptively huge.
He's
Yeah.
also
Really
like
big
6'5".
Yeah.
I think it's Skandor Akbar. Get the cane away from him, and I'm fucking killing him.
Yeah, because if it's between him and Harley Race, it's got to be
Ooh,
Skandor.
Harley Race is a good
Oh,
shout
we're
too. I
counting
think you could.
managers in there. I think
We have to, man.
I'd-
We
Ethan,
have
I
to.
feel like
Ethan,
old
we
ass
gave,
Harley Race would kill me also.
Ethan, we gave it to a child in the crowd a few weeks ago. It is.
We're scared.
hell yeah.
We don't want to fight these guys. Maybe Kamala because he seems like a sweetheart in the interviews and stuff. So maybe you
Yeah,
could
but like,
you could
I,
just
I,
be a dick,
he still
like
is a big
headbutt him or
dude.
something.
Like, he's still a big
Yeah, no,
dude. I feel like
all
he would
these
still.
everyone involved, including Skandar Akbar, would stomp me into oblivion.
Do you guys want to go with
Skandar Akbar was out there in that crowd with thousands of people who literally wanted him to die.
Mhm.
Yeah, fair.
I
He's
think
not
I'm gonna
scared.
go with the second ref who got thrown by Vader. The
Yeah,
small
So
that's-
not
one.
Nick Patrick, because Nick Patrick was
No.
the. Yeah,
Not Nick Patrick.
that's probably a good call.
Dom, it is time for the animal corner, which means you get to tell us about platypus.
So it's platypi, bud.
Thank you.
I think they're strange little guys, but I think that strangeness just amounts to charming. I think they're charming.
Platypus,
Um,
probably a bigger animal in the grand scheme because of Phineas and
Fancy
Ferb.
Ferb, yep. Hold
Well,
up, I'm gonna
obviously.
fart. I hope my mic doesn't
Hold
pick
up,
it
say
up.
what? Vampire.
I'm gonna
I hope
fart.
it does pick it up, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna fart. I hope my mic doesn't.
Something's gonna happen.
Okay, it was actually a really tiny fart. My mic didn't pick it up. I think platypi are cool. They're brown fur. They got a cool little beak. They got a little beaver tail. I think they make cute noises. I think they're really fucking cute. I think they're sleeper pick for cute ass animals. And yeah, they're strange. They're the only mammal that don't have a live birth. It's eggs. Also, they have a venomous spur. They have like a spur on the back of their. I think the males have venomous spurs on the back of their on their back flippers, which it's not lethal, but it's the type of venom that just really fucking hurts and makes you go like, why did I go pick up that platypus? Fuck.
That's worse, man. Kill me, don't hurt me. Just kill me.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're beautiful. It would be cool
Yeah,
if
if I
they were
experience
blue
like a
like
modicum
Harry.
of pain, I just want my head blown smooth off.
Yeah, that's me when I'm sick. I'm just like, I'd rather be fucking dead.
Every time I have a migraine, I tell my wife to shoot me.
I think they're just beautiful, wonderful creatures. There's a lot of animals that I would love to be like a caretaker for, but platypus are up there. I would swim around with a little platypus. I just think they're like this. It's something about the beak and just the look, and they're
They look like
literally
a damn
mammal.
Pokemon.
Yeah, they're literally
They
a damn
do.
mammal.
Little, yeah.
A damn mammal Pokemon, and they're cute as fuck. I like them.
We saw one at the zoo the other day, and Alex was basically asking me like, why does that exist?
Yeah, what, Dad? Why did God make this?
Hey, now he doesn't.
My fault. I was just
Give it a
Father.
year.
Why
Give it a
does
year or
this
two.
He
He'll
lives in
talk.
Oregon now, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That does.
Brady's
that
like, give it a
doesn't-
year, he'll fucking just make
Dude.
it up.
That doesn't matter. I've lived in fucking Illinois my entire life.
Have you ever
Before
heard that David Cross bit about how it's not the redneck accent is universal?
It is.
Yeah.
I
was
have
in
not seen that.
I was in first grade, and the teacher asked my mom, "Where is he from?" And my mom went, "Here."
Well, that's because you watch NASCAR, bro. He doesn't
And
watch
she was-
NASCAR.
Well,
she-
Dale Earnhardt Jr. just did a pretty fucking
She-
turn,
She
but
was like, "Why is his accent
But he's
so
dead.
thick?"
he's dead. He died 3 years ago.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I really think it's my dad's, because my dad had a fucking.
Now I'm just thinking Brady used to sound like his sons from
Squidbillies.
The
no
way
from
you were
fucking
just
Will Ferrell
the way
movie where,
the way you were just talking, Dom, is how I talked when I was in first grade. Yes.
that's so fucking awesome. What's the Will Ferrell movie where he's a driver? It was in my fucking head, but
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights.
yeah, now I'm thinking Ricky Bobby,
Jump
bro.
on you like a
Yeah.
spider monkey.
Yeah, like a spider monkey. Was that you, Brady?
I wasn't that wild, but it's kind of what I sounded like. Yeah.
Bobby Lore. I've never seen that movie.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
Oh,
Honestly,
are you a big
I've
Judd
seen
Apatow fan?
parts of it. Yeah.
Then you'd like it. I'm a really big. I think I'm bad biased. Judd Apatow.
Is that Judd Apatow? No
Yes.
way.
That's
That's
Judd
the
Apatow.
other one that he does all the shit with. Ain't
No,
no
Judd
way. Ethan,
Apatow.
weigh in.
Judd Apatow. He does.
Is
That's
it?
all the Will Ferrell movie.
I need to look
No
it up.
fucking way. It's not Judd Apatow.
No, it's Adam McKay, the guy who does all the Will Ferrell stuff.
Wait. It's Adam McKay. Fuck my life. Who the
Yeah.
fuck
It
am I?
is. It is.
Well, I like Adam McKay.
From
'cause
Denver,
I like-
Colorado, just like Big Van Vader.
Ooh, I like Anchorman and the other guys and stuff. I like
Anchorman, very
Anchorman's
funny
funny.
movie.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen Anchorman until like last year.
I like when at the end
Wow.
when it's like the bear and the dog communicate. Katajo.
Get Out Dojo?
Yep. Poop versus shit.
I
Listen
love
to Different Style Whites. Sorry.
I
Of
love
course.
I love that the pod has just evolved here. All right, let's get her back on track. It's time. Do you have anything to add? Any other fun facts to add about the platypi?
No, they're beautiful, and I wish I could have them.
Cage match game. Ethan is picking scores as they sit currently. Me 8, Aubie 7, Dom 2. I think nobody got it last week. Is that right?
Right. It was Carl Anderson.
Oh yeah, that's
Shout
right.
out Corey.
Yeah, I would have never got that ever in a million years.
Ethan, give us the overall rating for your wrestler.
Okay, I got two lined up. One is a joke because I thought it would be. I think it's funny how many of the comments mention the same thing over and over again. So this person has a 7.75.
Oof.
7.75. Bob Holly.
It is not Bob Holly.
No. Trying to think of who would be a good. Kyrie Sane.
It is not Kyrie Sane.
Trying to stay with the news there.
Is it Kamala?
It is not Kamala.
All right, go ahead. Give us the first review.
The first review. I never saw him wrestle, so this is based on his commentary. He is no worse than other announcers who dance on the table and generally do everything they can to draw all the attention. He's as knowledgeable as Mike Tenay and equally as affable.
JBL.
It is not JBL.
Fuck.
Taz.
It is not Taz.
Oh, fuck! I thought it was Taz! Oh, fuck. Is this Booker T?
It is not Booker T.
Wow, I didn't even think that
applies. Fire bit. It is not Booker T.
Long-standing bit, yeah. Go ahead and give us the second review.
The second review. I never really thought much of him as a wrestler, and he'd retire shortly after I became aware of him. As a commentator, though, I love this person enough to give him the full score. He's probably not a 10 on any kind of objective scale, so think of this as a personal rating.
Matt Stryker.
It is not Matt Stryker.
Is it bad to think I know who it is, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to win?
Bro, say it, pussy.
Yeah, say it, pussy.
Is this Excalibur?
It is Excalibur.
Oh,
I actually wasn't gonna. I was gonna say Hugo Savanovic for some fucking reason.
Oh, that'd be a good guess.
That's a crazy pull. I was like trying to think of wrestlers turned commentator.
Please add this.
And then, like, I wanted to because that gives me 2, which means I win.
Bitch.
These reviews are just so funny because, like,
they're all
at least
the same
half
thing.
of them mention, haven't seen him wrestle a whole lot. I don't know anything about his wrestling career or anything he has done outside of AEW.
Yeah, you don't want to. As someone who has watched, as someone who's watched Excalibur matches because I've watched Super Dragon matches, you don't.
Those are the good ones.
Yeah, yeah, but those are the good ones because Super Dragon is there.
Yeah.
Then again, maybe they would like it. Who knows? You know.
Brady wins.
Wrestling fans. Yeah.
Good job, I hate you.
Thank you. I guess that gives me the 10. I've won. I have won.
Well, I guess that gives me the 10.
That reset the score. It'll wipe away the Kenny Omega-ing.
Kenny Omega.
Ethan, if you didn't hear it, Brady got 4 points by guessing Kenny Omega just off the score a few weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, first time that's literally ever happened ever, and probably will be the only time it's ever happened ever.
He loves Kenny Omega.
Yeah, just the biggest Kenny. I'm not gonna say that on record to be clipped.
We're ready for pros and cons? It's a good one.
Before we get to pros and cons, I need to read one more review from another wrestler, and I want you to guess who this is, just based on this one review for my own personal.
If I get this, I win.
This is a wrestler with a 9.38 rating.
A 9.38.
This
The
is
Undertaker.
This is not The Undertaker. This says, that was the only number 10 I got some doubts before locking in. Honestly, because those last 5 years were rough. Even someone that isn't a fan would agree with me. This person is gifted since his birth. His last name is such a rare name in his home country, and he got lucky not only with that name, but also with the incredible talent, plus with passion and love. for that sport. Probably no one else in the world was better than him during his prime. And I ain't talking nonsense or something. I don't freaking believe, that shit is for real, man, period. He was a demon, a monster, a killer, a demon, a murder during his prime. Whatever you call might be right. He was gorgeous at each single drop of what he can call wrestling. Don't matter the opponent, he always would give his best in ring until his body was almost fading into darkness. And that is the reason why he dropped so much. Understandable, but still hurts. Probably it will always hurt.
That's maybe the best review that's ever been read during this segment on the podcast.
It's the single greatest cage match review I've ever seen in my entire life, and I needed to share it with people.
Probably it will always hurts.
Probably it will always hurts.
I think so.
Who do you think this is?
Mikey Whipwreck.
Wait, we're guessing again?
Is such a rare name in Japan. Oh fuck! I gave away that it's from Japan.
You didn't say Japan. You just said his home country.
I did, and I just fuck. Whipwreck is an uncommon last name, but it is not Mikey Whipwreck.
The way you kept repeating demon, my first thought was Finn Balor.
Demon's home, demon's home.
It is not Finn Balor.
He just kept saying demon.
Think about it. A demon, a monster, a killer, a demon, a murder. He's all of those things, Dom. Who is the demon, monster, killer, demon, murder?
Well, the demon, killer, monster, murder, demon, killer, monster, murderer.
Oh, and also Finn Balor is not from Japan. I did give away
demon, killer, monster, murderer.
Don't tell WWE fans that they believe that man was only ever in Japan.
He's from Ireland.
I know that, Tom.
You got that.
Am I actually guessing again right now?
Yeah, if you want to.
This is Monster Ripper. Nah, that's not even a Japanese person. Fuck.
Nah, go ahead, give it.
This is a review by username Ray Escobar for Kota Ibushi.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, I was never getting there, partner.
Monster Ripper.
Give us pros and conners.
Pros and conners, number 19.
It is, damn.
Man, I couldn't come up with one question that's good, and he does it every week. Thank you, Connor.
Shouts out.
Hey, File Under Fire dudes, taking a little sidestep from GWE talk this week to instead talk about GME. Is that a project that any of you have participated in? No. What criteria would you have for putting a list like that together? Is it simply the matches you like the most, or is it more to it than that? Do you think it would be possible to create a GME list using mainly matches from the podcast? Also, to borrow from the most recent Different Style Whites episode, would you be able to put together a list of the top 10 matches that have been on the pod so far? And then as a footnote, he says, obviously don't expect you guys to just have this list already prepared. We're just wondering if this sort of exercise would be useful for the podcast. I fucking did it. I don't care.
Yeah, Avi did put together a list because he, as he said, he loves making lists. I did not.
I love making lists, bro.
I don't think Dom did.
No, I don't make no list. I'm not making no list.
To answer your question, I do think there's a way that I do think there's a chance we could figure out a list of matches to submit from the podcast. But I don't know if there's a lot of stuff on here that I don't know if it counts.
Yeah, we're not necessarily going for that always. We're not. The goal is not always to bring the best match, quote unquote.
Yeah, we're very rarely trying to go for fivers. Usually it's just stuff that makes us excited and things we want to talk about. I
do want to say though, I think GME is much harder Like, I think it's easier to do a quote-unquote objective GWE list than a GME list. There's just no way around, like, your aesthetic preferences not dominating your GME list.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that sounds like people talk about GWE as like a onerous thing. It sounds a lot harder to me to come up with the 100 greatest matches.
Yeah, because I
That's
feel
why I
like it's a
didn't do it.
lot. I think it's a lot more. Like there's a lot more walls up. You know what I mean? I think it's a bit more of a closed off kind of thing. But like you said, you did bring a list, and I'm actually really excited. How big of a list did you make,
10.
Albie? Okay.
That's what we did on.
What are your top 10 File Under Fire matches?
This was hard because we've had some good ones. Number 10, Kevin Green, Ric Flair, Roddy Piper versus Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and 6 from WCW 5/18/97.
This is all just going to be Albie matches.
No, it's
But
not. That was an Obby match. Number
That
9 is
wasn't.
a Jama match.
Of course.
Tenryu and Matoshi Okuma versus Riki Choshu and Animal Hamaguchi
Ooh.
from All Japan 1/3/85.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 is
Amazing
a
choice.
Dom match.
Yeah.
Rambo, Negro Casas, and Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Grand Hamada, Silver King, and
Yeah.
El Texano, which I sent in the chat the other day and was like, wait, I knew I saw this before because Dom brought it to the pod.
It's
Dude,
such
that-
a fun fucking.
I remember that match coming on, like you bringing that match and being like, "Damn, dude, Rambo is like the fucking sickest dude ever." What the hell?
Yeah, he made my GWE. That's a big case maker for him in that match. Number 7, I had, this is a me match, Greg Valentine versus Tito Santana, 11/26/84. Number 6 is another Dom match, La Fiera versus Negro Casas.
Yee.
Versus Hair, October 1st, 93. Yeah, I got 5 more better than that. Strap in. Number 5 is a Brady match.
Woo! We made it.
Yep, Volkan versus Kiyoshi Tamura.
Oh yeah, of course.
26/97 from Rings.
Yeah. maybe the best match I've ever brought to the podcast.
Yeah.
Like
Number 4 was one that I brought for the Domism episode, Dick Togo Mensteyao, Shiryu,
That was so
Shokunaki, and
good.
Taka versus Grand Hamada, Grand Naniwa, Masato Yakushiji, Super Dolphin, and Great Sasuke. The December
Yes.
16th, 96 version.
Yes.
Which
One of my
I
favorite
like.
matches of all
Yeah,
time.
I think it's better than the 1010, and it's right there with the Battle Arts version. Number 3, a match that I just love personally is a match that like completely blew my mind when I saw it. Is a match that I brought, Yuki Ishikawa against Alexander Otsuka from January 20th, 98.
One of my all-time favorite matches.
Yes. So good. Number 2, also an Obby match from the first episode, Stan Hansen versus Terry Funk from April 14th, 1983.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 1, like, would at least be in contention for my actual number 1 on a GME, which I think Ethan will probably agree with me on this one. It's 10/30/96, Ishikawa and Otsuka versus Ikeda and Ono from Battle Arts.
Yeah.
Dopeness.
One of the greatest ever, yeah.
If you were to include the cage match, would that fall into your top 10, 20, somewhere on the podcast viewing list?
It would be top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I love that match. It's perfect.
I'm
It's
proud.
one of the best matches ever, for sure.
Thinking about like matches I've brought to the podcast that I think are like best ever, it's probably either that the Volcon match that you mentioned, or the Nakano nose explosion match.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one of those two.
Wait, which nose explosion did you pick?
Osaka, right?
Yeah, it's the I think it's the more famous one of no, not that one. There we go. Yeah, it's the match against Funaki, 7/24/89.
Funaki match, yeah.
I had to find it
on the sheet.
But yeah, like that's like my legacy. You know, I didn't expect to have a whole bunch of stuff on there because I bring a lot of shit.
You brought some good stuff. You brought some good Joshi matches for sure.
Yeah, there's some of that. There's like I said, obviously the shoot stuff that I've brought is good. There's some good lucha that I've
yeah, the
brought
Sky
along, too.
Team Peste Negra match barely missed.
Yeah,
I love that. Dom, what's your favorite match you've brought?
Oh God.
Sorry, my bad.
I like.
Can I tell you what the
I
one
like
of
Aries
yours that
Strong.
just missed?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Aries Strong. But what do you like?
I like the Kevin Von Erich versus Great Kabuki match.
Yeah, that shit was so fucking cool.
I also really like that Rob Van Dam Danny Crockett match.
Yeah,
crazy good out of nowhere.
I haven't seen that. I need to check that out.
Oh, it's awesome, Ethan. It's so good, dude.
Dude,
I love Dan
completely
Crockett.
forgot. Like second episode ever.
He goes beast mode.
Dom brought Kawada versus Kojima from
I like that
05.
match.
That's like the second episode of the podcast. Man. Yeah, like there's a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, dude.
Sleeper for best Dom match was Teddy Hart versus Too Tough Tony.
Oh yeah,
dude, fucking oh my God. Evil Dead's here.
And the
Dom
two floor
brought
concession
Hamada-
stand brawl jump. I mean, Dom brought that too.
Fuck yeah.
Dom brought the Hamada versus Meiko Satomura Sendai Girls match.
Oh yeah, I brought something cool.
Brought a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
Brady, you brought that great Perito versus LA Park match.
Yeah.
That's a very fun match.
I love that we're all just looking at this right now. I brought that Steiners versus the Steiners versus the Hellraisers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ripped. That might be it for Brady.
I don't have the sheet in front of me, so I'm just going off of what I've been here for. I remember you guys liking Rays versus Dramacidal, which made me very happy.
I did fuck with Dramacidal. There's such a fucking.
I'll send you. I just sent the spreadsheet in the group chat.
Ooh.
Another good.
It is. I will say. I always put this little thing in there. It's not been updated in a good handful of weeks, so like it doesn't have any of the stuff we've covered GWE-ish on. But yeah, there's a. I brought like Kenta versus Ricky Marvin, which is like, I mean, an all-timer match.
Oh yeah, Albie, you brought.
Alliance
I remember
FBI
you brought
tag.
some fucking heaters at the very beginning. Kong versus Hota and Tenryu Kidahara versus Kimura Koshinaka.
I still send people the Aja Kong versus Hota match after he brought it in like very beginning.
That match is brutal, dude.
If going back to GME discourse, if I was to ever participate in that, that would probably be in my top 10. I do think GME is probably way easier to do if you're in like a smaller group of people because you have like aesthetic differences and choices that you like, but it seems like an interesting project. But I'm just saying that match is so fucking incredible. And I do think that you could probably come up with a convincing at least top 50 to 100 based on the shit you guys have covered.
Yeah. I mean,
It wouldn't be bad. You know what? I fucked up my whole list because I forgot a match that I brought. The first Onita Oyagi.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was like a revolutionary match for me to watch. That shit was.
Yeah, I talked about that on the other one where I said I sent it to you and you were like, "What is this evil fucking match?"
Yeah. Yeah, because it was just like, man, you have to be deranged to like enjoy this. Like, granted, I am deranged, but like, you know what I mean. Like, you gotta be.
It's intense.
Yeah. At some point, you start fearing for other people.
Well, thank you,
Thank you.
Ethan.
Yeah, thank you, Ethan. Thank you, Connor, for the great question there. Due to the week, I'm giving it to Ethan because he tried to, obviously we're a couple days late, but like we did everything we could to get this one out here. Um, I think the boys are gonna do one more without me.
Yeah, we got a Brady-less episode.
Yeah,
next
so
week.
if you absolutely hate me,
Really? We're gonna have a Brady-less episode?
yeah, we decided
Dom
that
did not
this
read the group
morning.
chat.
He did not read the podcast group chat.
Oh
It's gonna
shit!
be
I did not.
you, and the law dog, Dom.
My
Oh shit! I'm ready.
Yeah.
as been talked about before, obviously, lovely girlfriend is currently back on one of her semester breaks. She's currently sitting in the other room, probably going, "What the fuck's taking so long? Why is this podcast still going?"
Because it was good.
But
Almost called her a
Yeah.
bad word. Shout out.
she
I didn't
is
mean it.
she's only home for the rest of this week and then all of next week, and then she goes back to the land of Barbados. So yeah, I was like, hey, like I'm probably not gonna have time to like record another episode like within the next like week and a half. And Aubie's like, we can just do it by ourselves if you're cool with that. So yeah, Aubie and Dom are gonna do an episode with friend of the pod, former host or still ish host, I guess, of Best in the World cast, Lawson. I won't talk about who he's gonna do. Don, or Albie kind of teased it to me, but he's queued up and ready. So there. I guess you guys will kind of figure that out when you guys are gonna get that together and sorted. But I'm really excited to hear you guys do an episode without me. I'm kind of interested to see like how it goes. I guess Albie, after leading different style whites for a little bit now, like you kind of got something under your belt. It's not just
I'm a
you're not
pro,
just
baby.
like not just thrown into the fire, no pun intended. But
I
yeah,
think
so
we should make Dom host it.
there you go. Dom, you got to do everything I do.
Mhm.
Dom was freaking out trying to do his Trauma 1 episode.
That's what's so
No,
much work.
but he did such a good job.
He did a fantastic job. It was just he was like, I mean, you guys know he was stressing. um so yeah, I'm really excited to see how you guys handled the episode. And yeah, thank you, Ethan, like we said, for coming on. I don't know if you have anything to plug um for
I
what's
will
coming up.
say doing this podcast has reminded me how much I enjoy doing podcasts. So, Scramble Bunkhouse Deathcast may be coming back at some point in the near future if I can corral Jam and Cake once again.
Let's go.
And I
That's
will.
very exciting.
I can tell you when Jam is busy. It's every Saturday.
And I will also, immediately after this podcast is concluded, finally upload the music videos that have been in my unlisted tab on YouTube for a long time because I just completely forgot to upload them. So if you are looking for something to watch at 11 p.m. on April 28th or after that time, which is when this podcast will be going out, check out my YouTube channel for those.
And I don't think we ever said Ethan is more well known as Four Pillars of Hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just assume. I'll
Yeah. I think people know, but
I'll
for
throw
those
the
who
link
don't.
to his YouTube channel in the description, because I mean, like, even if you just want to like click through some of the music videos, like there's
Best.
good and entertaining stuff in there for sure.
The Tenryu Tears for Fears video is like Nirvana.
I go back and watch his Makabe one fairly often as well. So
Many good choices.
yeah. Um Yeah, other than that,
And secret shout out. This podcast will be the first place that I will be announcing this. My next music video, as Abby already knows, is going to be entirely nominatively deterministic. I'm making an animal Hamaguchi Man music video set to Lemonade.
Sounds pretty tough. It sounds goddamn tough.
I love it. I love it. Well, the boys will see you guys next week with another GWE episode with the good friend Lawson. Until then, thank you guys for listening to us ramble about Jim Duggan and other assorted things. And we love you guys. We will see you next time on File Under Fire. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.